Okay, figure start this video. You're probably not going to see too much of this part, but I'm going to be starting the sanding process. We're going to give this old orbital sander a test. And I'm using, I think it's 80 grit. I got it on clearance, super cheap, so that's what we're using. I think I want to use like 140, but we'll use this. I think I have, then we'll just hit it with some 240 after I take down a good chunk of it with this. So here's what she looks like. I'm going to be probably starting with this side just because the other side is really inaccessible. I went ahead and put down some plastic on the important stuff. A little bit of dust will be able to get inside through the windshield, but we won't worry about that. But yeah, so let the sanding begin. Alrighty, so haven't really been filming it because it's just sanding a car. We pretty well sanded it. So the whole car got sanded in 80 grit, and then I went ahead and sanded the whole car in 120, I believe it was. Yep. So finish off 120. 120 is pretty much when it's ready to be painted. I'm gonna paint it after that. So everything is pretty well done. I believe I gotta do like this fender and this door a little bit more, and then the lower trim. But I know that side's done. Front bumper's got to get done. We got to pull the hood off. But today, kind of switching up what I'm doing. Today I'm going to, well, never mind. This is, well, in a different video, I'm going to work on the suspension. So, yeah. I guess I'll do that. I'm going to go ahead and flip the top hat. So, this should be a different video. Alrighty. As you can tell, I'm covered in dust. I've been sanding again. Just kind of trying to be as thorough as possible. I don't expect perfection just because there is damage already on the car. Like the side skirt is fucked up. I don't have a replacement. It was already kind of fucked up too down there. I don't have a replacement, and I don't really want to spend money on it, so it's gonna be fine. So other than that, pretty much just been sanding. I'll flip the camera around and show you what we got all done. All right, so we got the front sanded. So everything is going to be a solid color. The door handles got sanded. They're going to be the same color as the car. The side skirts are going to be the same color. Before we had like the gray and black or the white and black. Now it's going to be all that solid color. Make sure you comment below what you think the color is going to be. But yeah, so got all that done. This side's done. I got this stuff masked off. Got a list of everything that needs to be sanded. Or, well, we sanded most of it, but I'll probably go through it a couple hundred more times than this. So right now, it's like probably like 35 degrees out or so right now. This weekend, it is supposed to be in the 50s and 60s. And then it drops back down. So I'm hoping I can get this thing at least primered and base coat this weekend. I'm hoping I can do it all in one go, but I mean, we don't really know until we spray whether we're going to have chemical reactions or anything of that nature with this old oil-based primer. So yeah, other than that, I guess that's all I got. So look forward to when we start spraying. Alrighty, just got done putting a quick little patch on both sides. So basically all I did was I cut a slit just to relieve pressure, and there was already a crack here, so I just pretty much cut the crack. That side I just cut, and you could tell there was tension because when I cut that side, it actually, you could hear it like kind of relieve a little pressure. So, but yeah, so now this should be good. We'll let this dry up. Same thing with that side, and then we'll trim it up, sand it down. Should be good to go. Kind of no different than really what we've done here. So let's just wait for that to dry. Alrighty, so went ahead, wiped down the car like 4 times now. So getting it pretty good. I might do one more time, then we can throw some primer at it. So yep, let's get ready to throw some primer. Alrighty, so it's in primer. Had a couple issues with the gun. Turns out my cap was clogged, so after I did that, it laid down good, but unfortunately I ran out of primer. But everything's pretty well covered, so we're gonna send it. So I'm gonna go grab the what is it? I don't remember what black, jet black I believe it is. So we got some jet black base coat. And I really hope that 2 quarts is going to be enough, because 2 quarts was barely enough for this. I could have done 3 quarts, but that would have been another $50 if I would have bought another quart of each. So, and we know I'm cheap out here. So, all right, let's do this. Alrighty, well, there it is. First coat of jet black. Gonna do 1 more coat. We'll be good to go. And then the color starts. Make sure you comment below what you think the color is gonna be. Even though I bet half you jumped to the end to see. So, yeah, we'll be doing this. Make sure you hit that like button, because the color is going to be fucking dope. Alrighty, so it's time to mix up some paint. So this stuff wants you to do 8 parts paint, 1 part hardener, and 1 to 2 parts reducer. So what we're going to do on your cup, find this 8 to 1 to 1. So this guy's only hold 20 ounces. So if you look on this, 20 ounces right there. So anything underneath that at the final form. So we're probably going to do the 3, so we got a good mix up. So you fill the paint to this line for this first 3, then you fill up this to hardener, and then you fill up to this with reducer. So this kit I actually bought off eBay. It was 150 bucks for a gallon, which is actually a pretty good deal. It comes with your reducer, and it comes with your hardener. So it's pretty simple stuff. So yeah, let's go ahead and mix this up and then put down the first coat of the color. Boom, there it is. What color is that? Pretty sweet. So yeah, I got the heater going, so that way we don't run into any issues, hopefully, with it getting fucky. I got a couple runs in it. There's a run right here. Let's see what other flaws. We got some runs right here. It's really hard when it's so compact in here, but I think that's all that was on this side that I noticed so far. Don't see nothing on this side. Yeah, this side looks good. So pretty much I just got those couple runs right here, but other than that, pretty good. So now we'll see how this sets up, and we'll go from there. Alrighty, so she's all painted. I just put the last coat on. I tried to put it on as wet as I possibly could without it running. Pretty sure we got a couple more, but the roof looks real good. Like, can see myself. The fender is really good. You can really see. So pretty cool. So now we're gonna let this dry. Once it's dry, then we'll go ahead and start getting crap put back together to peel off the tape. Then yeah, we just need a little bit more warmer weather, then we can put the tires on for reals. And yeah, then you guys will see the next clips, because I want to do the reveal like a boss. So we're gonna take it out to the roads and do a quick little edit. So, but yeah, ta-da! And I do want to apologize. I didn't film this worth a shit. I'm painting this in between, like, on a weekend with, like, pretty much the optimal as it's gonna get with my impatient ass to paint these. So unfortunately I had to be kind of in a rush and didn't need to be fucking with a GoPro and all that crap. So sorry about that, but I hope you do enjoy how the video still turned out. Hit that like button, drop a comment, all that stuff helps. So, but yeah, I'm excited. Alrighty, so gonna be wet sanding. I got a spray bottle, and we got some 2000 grit. Basically just gonna do the whole car, and then we'll buff it with some buffing compound, and then she'll get some wax. So let's get started. So I guess hopefully you can, I mean, it's really smooth as is, so there's only like a couple little imperfections in there, so that's gonna help. So it's actually pretty smooth all around. But yeah, so we'll give this a quick little sand and then we'll buff it. Alrighty, so it's done. I'm pretty happy with how it turned out. Some mistakes I made, I wet sanded. Don't wet sand it. Well, if you're gonna wet sand it, you need to wet sand it before you do the last coat. In theory, if I would have wet sanded it and then I put a clear coat over it, we'd be fine. But I didn't clear it because I didn't really want to get the cost of that. I spent about 250 bucks. It was $50 in primer, so 2 quarts of primer, and then $50 in base jet black paint, and then $150 for a gallon of, drum roll, it's just a crazy purple. It's essentially like a knockoff plum crazy purple, and it looks fucking sick. So without further ado, let's show you this thing.